Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster match-up, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive match-up, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
How can you overlook a player who has a name like this guy, Xavi Simons? He plays on either wing or as a false nine. He's quick, he's versatile, he's hard-working, he's coachable. They all say he has a great footballing IQ. And he's one of those catch-me-if-you-can types.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Udogi. And Bastoni. Barella. Bastoni. Plays the return pass. They've switched it over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Tonali. Xavi Simons did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Tonali. And it's Udogi. And Bastoni. Udogi. And Bastoni. And it's Di Lorenzo. That's Politano. Mancini. Udogi. Gakpo wins the duel this time. Could move up a gear here. Udogi promptly onto that, and that is that. The ball has bounced loose now. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Great vision. And the pass is intercepted. Frimpong.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Barella. And it's Di Lorenzo. Oh, super find. He's picked his way through. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
And here's Pellegrini. Now it's Retegui. He's tried one! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Keane. Politano. Now can he find a finish? Lovely bit of skill. And it's Di Lorenzo. Bastoni. Italy look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Pellegrini. He's in a good position here. Bastoni. And Di Lorenzo. Politano. Knocks it into space. Now he's off and running. Bastoni gets over and intercepts. And here's Keane. And Keane! It's bounced back off the post. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Barella. And he's forced to go back. And Mancini. Di Lorenzo. And here's Keane. Barella. Chips it through. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's quick to get it clear again. Corner then. And we have our very first corner. The Netherlands are looking to go forward now. Di Lorenzo. And Mancini. And it's Udogi. Pellegrini. Keane. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Keane. Now it's Politano. Keane. Timber defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Udogi. And Bastoni. Udogi. Retegui! Oh, that was close. And that'll be the last act of the first half. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
The Netherlands really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Bastoni. And it's Di Lorenzo. And Mancini. Pressing high and with purpose. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Searching pass he's played there. Malan's cross. Udogi. Di Lorenzo. That could spell trouble. Italy appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, well played. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Tries to play it through. Lang. And still we await the first breakthrough. Almost an hour gone. Now it's Retegui. And it's Barella. Barella.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's picked it up out wide. The Netherlands have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Pellegrini. Has a shot! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Mancini. That has not gone well. Passing is crisp and sharp. And Keane! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Udogi. And Di Lorenzo. Politano. Out for a throw. Xavi Simons. Barella gets a foot in here. Politano. Retegui. And here's Keane. He's gone for goal! Oh, it's come loose.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Bastoni calmly anticipates. Frimpong.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Pellegrini. Lang powering forward here. Can he get on the end of this? Foot in.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Keane. Can he get it through? Now it's Politano. Timber gets rid without sophistication.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Turns back here, probably the best option.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly. It's a decent chance to counter-attack. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to...
Oh, give it away! Tries to think it through. Di Lorenzo. Politano. And it's Barella. Threads one in. That's an excellent interception. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So to clarify, extra time will follow.
Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 25. Numero 9.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And it's Barella. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Weghorst. He's had a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the man...
Raspadori! Should have equalised.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Udogi to Barella. Weghorst is the guilty party there. Udogi. He is through here. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Swings it across. Verbruggen deals with that nice and simple. Di Lorenzo. And it's Barella. Van Dijk gets good distance on it. And that's been won straight back. That's it for the first period of extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. Gakpo gets into a good position. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Now the cross. Donnarumma claims it without any fuss. Italy do have a chance to counter here. Decent progress down the left. Keane.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tonali. Well read, nice interception. The Netherlands still ahead by the game's only goal. Cleared without complication. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, can he get onto this? Bastoni. And Mancini. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, good spread. That's good play.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That's beautifully weighted. Weghorst has been caught there, it's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Picked out brilliantly. Big chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Gakpo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, this looks sharp. Italy have the chance to go the other way. Mancini. And the referee brings it to a close. The Netherlands have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Weghorst voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I certainly enjoyed a really good show of collective effort, both in attack and defence, Peter. I think they had good numbers for the link-up play in attack, and players willing to track back at all times. They were very good.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction and hopefully the style of contest.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Politano. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, the midfielder, Ryan Gravenberch, is just very cultured, Peter. Another really fine product from the famous Amsterdam production line. And just like so many of their alumni, he's shown wonderful intelligence and versatility. And, of course, vision whenever he's played. I think he's a tremendous all-round talent.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Lang. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. And he cuts out the supply. Pellegrini. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And reclaimed it in a trice. There's green grass ahead of him. Marlon was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Bastoni. Pellegrini. That is ended up in no man's land. De Jong. Politano does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Keane. Now it's Retegui. Pellegrini. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, nice touch. And he's in on goal. And it's Tonali. Tries a shot! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Xavi Simons. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Retegui. Tries to play it through. He's on Keane!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bastoni. Keane. Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Keane. Oh, that's neat. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Tonali. Now it's Retegui. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Keane. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Keane really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Simons. Frimpong. Aim forwards. Mancini calmly anticipates. Retegui could move up a gear here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Politano. Keane. Udogi. Bastoni. Keane. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were...
Keane! Denied by an instinctive save.
Keane really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Italy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
The Netherlands really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Oh, played right into his path. Politano. Italy can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Keane. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Xavi Simons. Nicely weighted ball. And that pass just didn't quite work. Xavi Simons is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Strong running down that left flank. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Played into space. That has not gone well. Di Lorenzo. Mancini. That's really well cleared.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Keane. Passing is crisp and sharp. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Retegui and Keane! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Italy have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
It's a pretty loose pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's been cut out, well played. Tonali. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Udogi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, perfectly measured that. He's found the way through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
De Jong. And here's Marlon. The referee's awarded a free kick. He'll fancy himself from here. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Gakpo! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And that should get the job done.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Verbruggen breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Now it's Gakpo. Foot in. Politano. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now this could be a chance. Politano. And here's Keane. Keane! Oh, that could cost them.
Keane clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
Sostituzione per l'Italia.
It's
Numero
their
9,
second corner of the game.
numero 25, numero 18, numero 8, numero 11. Lasciano il campo per il numero 10.
Verbruggen gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Il numero 15.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Good ball, good take. Well read, and the danger is averted. He's having a shot! And that could have brought them level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Punched away.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. The Netherlands, moments now away from seeing this one out. Now it's Raspadori. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he gets rid in a hurry. And that is out of play. Raspadori, he is onto this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Gravenberg clears. And here's Zaccagni. Gakpo does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Raspadori. And here's Keane! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
All hands on deck for this one. They've played it short. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Verbruggen claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
And as you can see... Politano! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Gravenberg. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, it's not very often you look at your goalkeeper as a source of inspiration, but I think we can make an exception for Gianluigi Donnarumma. Such an incredible player, one of the safest pair of hands around.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Marlon chasing after it. Pellegrini. Barella. And he's picked it up out wide. Crosses it in. Cleared without hesitation. And that's been won straight back. Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh no circumventing this opponent. And here's Retegui. And he's had a quick look inside. Verbruggen claims it, safe hands. Looking for the run. That is good alertness. Keane. First quarter of an hour gone. The Netherlands are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Gakpo. De Jong, he's tried one! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
De Jong has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Marlon is onto it in a flash. Marlon! Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Frimpong. Now it's Gakpo. Italy look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Udogi. Decent progress down the left. That has ended up in no man's land. De Jong. Xavi Simons receives it in a wide position. And it's De Jong. Now it's Lang. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Just off target.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Gravenberch! Goal, the Netherlands! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let them...
He's having a shot! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Italy really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Searching pass he's played there. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Oh, this looks sharp. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Tonali. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Retegi. Now, can they get him away? Retegi. A header! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Marlen. Tonali gets a foot in here. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Simons. And he's picked out the run. Decent chance! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Gakpo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Tries to pass it through. Oh, played through for the wide man. Lovely feet. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get it through? So what can they make of this? And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
The Netherlands head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. The Netherlands carrying a 1-goal lead. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Bastoni spots it and intercepts. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get on the end of this? Udogi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Probing pass. That has been cut short. Played towards the front line. And here's Retegi. Now this could be a chance. And he's managed to get rid. Udogi. Di Lorenzo. The Netherlands are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Tries to play it through. Keane is in a really good position out wide. Xavi Simons with the clearance.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's made its way to him. Gakpo is flagged offside. Xavi Simons with the clearance. Great vision. Now it's Gakpo. Can he spark a counter here? He has found a way through. Oh, what has happened here? Di Lorenzo. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition.
Has a shot! Now, and another try! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Tonali kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Shot could be on. Retegi, and he shoots! It's a loose ball. He's on it, can he get away?
Italy really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, super ball! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Keane. Politano. Keane. Oh, that's a fine interception. Di Lorenzo is fouled.
Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 25. Numero 11.
Zaniolo.
Numero 17. Lasciano il campo per il numero 10.
Locatelli.
Il numero 15.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Il numero 4. Cambio di giocatori.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
Italy really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And it's Udogi. Quick look, then plays it in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Ambitious ball here. Oh, he's been caught napping. He is just caressing the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Spread it left. Now it's Raspadori. Locatelli. Tonali. Zaniolo has it in a wide position. That's a throw. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Zaniolo. I think we're just about done here. Has a look and plays it forward. And he can clear it away. Buongiorno. And here's Keane. And Keane! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Desperate defending required here. And that has been cleared.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Keane. He came in hard, very hard. We are into overtime. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Turns and goes back. Raspadori! Decent enough try. And we're done. The Netherlands have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Gravenberg picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.